Alaska earthquake, tsunami fears prompt mass evacuations in USA and Canada. Tsunami warnings issued after a huge 7.9 magnitude earthquake struck off the coast of Alaska this morning have since been lifted after the entire U.S. west coast was put on alert. Alaska's coastal residents were urged to head inland to higher ground when the quake struck 157 miles, 256 kilometers, southeast of Chiniak, Alaska, at 9:31 am GMT, 12:31 am local time, on Tuesday. People on Kodiak Island, one of the closest populated areas to the epicenter, were urged to stay away from the coast after the quake struck just 175 miles away. The quake prompted a tsunami warning for parts of Alaska and Canada and a tsunami watch for the entire U.S. west coast, the U.S. Tsunami Warning System said. A tsunami watch means emergency officials and the public should prepare to take action. Despite fears the earthquake would impact the entire U.S. west coast, tsunami warnings and watches were gradually downgraded, and at around 1:15 p.m. GMT, people in Kodiak were given the all-clear. A buoy just northeast of the epicenter recorded water displacement of 32 feet, 10 meters, an indication of the extraordinary power of the quake. The quake, initially measured at 8.2 on the Richter scale, has since been downgraded to a magnitude of 7.9 by the U.S. Geological Survey, USGS. People were alerted to the danger by text messages, and those in affected areas have been urged to seek high ground. The text received by thousands of Alaskans this morning read, "Tsunami danger on the coast. Go to high ground or move inland." Listen to localnews.nws. An announcer on KMXT public radio interrupted the regular broadcast to tell listeners, "This is a tsunami warning. This is not a drill. Please get out to higher ground. If you are on the flats, get up on one of the hills, just go high." Police in Kodiak reported that the water in Old Harbor started to recede earlier, but fortunately the effects of the hurricane on populated areas has been minimal. During a tsunami, the waters move back as the waves gathers before it crashes into the coast. Citizens were warned to move to higher ground if they were not already in an area deemed to be safe from any tsunami waves. The NWS Pacific Tsunami Warning Center said that, based on the preliminary earthquake parameters, widespread hazardous tsunami waves were possible. People in Kodiak were woken up by the tremors shortly after midnight, and tsunami sirens can be heard across the island. One Twitter user warned that the roads are snowy and icy, meaning potential difficulties for those trying to flee to higher ground. Helicopters flew over the island as millions of people across the west coast of North America braced for tsunami waves to hit the coast. Kodiak Radio told people on the island to head inland, according to one Twitter user, who added, fishing vessels were said to be heading out. Nathaniel Moore, who was on a boat in Kodiak, said he felt it shake really good for a minute. He and others left the fishing vessel after the earthquake to head for higher ground amid the tsunami warning. Heather Rand, who was in Anchorage, said the earthquake was a slow roller, so it was felt for at least a minute before the real rolling started. Nothing fell off the walls and I didn't have to wake my kiddo. It was a very long, slow build-up. Creepy, more than anything. Definitely the longest. And I was born here. Reports on social media suggest the tremors were felt as far south as Seattle and Vancouver. Anchorage, Alaska's largest city, issued an extreme warning, saying there is extraordinary threat to life or property. In a warning for Alaska and British Columbia, Anchorage Office of Emergency Management said, if you are located in this coastal area, move inland to higher ground. Tsunami warnings mean that a tsunami with significant inundation is possible or is already occurring. Sean Dias said, I'm here in Anchorage, Alaska. It was shaking for a long time. Hope no one got hurt. Meanwhile, a tsunami watch had been issued for Hawaii but has since been cancelled. Pacific Tsunami Warning Center said, based on all available data, there is no tsunami threat to the state of Hawaii. Therefore, the tsunami watch for Hawaii is now cancelled. The quake had a depth of around 6 miles, according to USGS. It is already expected to be one of the largest quakes in U.S. history. Alaska is situated on the Ring of Fire, a huge area in the basin of the Pacific Ocean where earthquakes and volcanic eruptions frequently occur.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to us on YouTube. If you like, donate to us, visit home on the page PayPal.